This is the L2C Media Network on YouTube. Now, live from the Tom O'Neill Studios in Jackson and the Fred McLeod Sports Desk. It's Sports Final, brought to you by the L2C Media Network. I'm Harry Von Stuttgart, announcer, and here's your host, and the man with the details that make the lines in sports go round and round and all over the place, but never on your face, Steve the Baxman Baxley. Certainly, you jest. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy Thursday. We are just about ready for the weekend. I know I am. That's right. Found my hat. Yay. No, we got Wolverines and Spartans coming up on Saturday. We got the two biggest football pre-shows. Fox's Big Noon Saturday, the best because they're on at 10 a.m. to noon. And the old stalwart ESPN's Lee Corso show, otherwise known as What Head Is He Going to Wear? College Game Day. But we got a lot to talk about today in the old Sportatorium. By the way, I hope Ethan Van Sciver does get that moment, that chance to teach DC Comics a lesson. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is our monologue. A little while back, DC Comics decided that they're going to change Superman. The present Superman, well, you all know what they did to him. I'm not going to repeat it. However, what has disturbed the force of comic book fans everywhere is that DC decided to let lapse. What trademark, you may ask? Simple. The old Superman credo. Not faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Nope, I'm talking about the little old saying, his motto, which has been his motto for a long time. And of course, I'm talking about truth, justice, and the American way. That's right. And DC decided that's getting too old. That's not right. So they have decided to update it for the woke generation. And here's the new version. Truth, Justice, and the American Way originated in the Superman radio serials of the 40s. The new statement for Superman will be truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Ross found out that DC let the copyright on said statement, Truth, Justice, and the American Way, run out. So I am hoping Ethan Van Sciver or someone from Comicsgate, even the lovely and enchanting Miss Mandy Summers, files a little paper saying, hey, I'll take it. Yeah, that'd be nice, Truth, justice, that's what Comicsgate stands for. Truth, justice, and the American Way to serve you with the finest of comics, including Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter, and Peregrine, and a few others. So do us all a favor, go to Indiegogo, support your local independent comic book author, and buy some books. There you go. You see, you wait around and we grab you and we keep you grabbed. That's right. It's time now to do some sports. That's right. We got the sporty balls. We may not be faster than a speeding bullet, but our sporty balls are definitely more powerful than a locomotive and are able to leap more than tall buildings in a single bound. We leap cheerleaders in a single sectional moment. Yes, sectional moment, I should say. Anyway, let's get this going. We got the NBA and all of our scores, ladies and gentlemen, as always, presented to you by the fine men and women of Caesar Sportsbook. Remember, we is all Caesars, ain't that right? By the way, thank you, Mandy, for the compliment on my little bit of an artwork that I did. And what I did was she got to talking long ago about doing uh, another little comic book, independent comic book, of course, about vampire hillbillies. That's right, vampire hillbillies. So, and you know you can't do the Beverly Hillbilly, the vampire hillbillies of Beverly Hills, because you'll have Jethro on your butt, sick, and the lawyers going, no, you shouldn't do that. So, the vampire hillbillies of Rodeo Drive. Why should Beverly Hills have all the fun? So, I did a little something for Mandy, and she loved it. She loved it. If you want to know what it says, I think we still got it. I think we're still got it here in the Reichstag of life. Do we nerf? Do we nerf? Do we point? Do we zort? Ah, there you is. There you am. There you are. There you is. So leave us to show you what I did. If I can find it, then we can go do some sports. This is part of our monologue. This is part of the entertainment portion of the broadcast. If there is anything entertaining, we'll let you know. Yes, there is. Anyways, where is it? Oh, come on. There it is. I got a picture of Rodeo Drive at night, and I put in it some red clouds and a red moon. And the caption reads, and you thought Beverly Hills had a problem. And I sort of did my homage to the Beverly Hillbillies open with the Vampire Hillbillies of Rodeo Drive is coming. So there you go. I hope it becomes a reality, because I would love to get my hands on that. Yeah, I mean, Vampire Hillbillies, you know. Cletus, Grandma Moses. Let's see. We'd have Cletus, Grandma Moses, Billy Bob, the Jethro Bodine of the group, Dora Bell, the adorable one, and a few others. It's just my way of helping. If they need help with naming the Vampire Hillbillies, I gave a little help right there. But I will say this: I would love to see, with the success of Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter, I would love to see the success of the Vampire Hillbillies of Rodeo Drive. Mandy Summers, Peter Gilmore, they have had a major hit with Jack the Ripper. And I am hoping, I'm going to make a suggestion to Siobhan Cleffer over at TV6, sometime in the next week or so, because I think Next Star which owns TV6, owns a station in Alabama. Maybe they could interview Mandy for their daily digital digest, because she is a stay-at-home mom and she creates magical things with comic books. Wart the Wizard 2, Electric Boogaloo. What else has she done? She's done, oh boy, this is embarrassing. Well, she has done a lot with her comic book company, Stuntman Comics. I should go to that and see what other fine books. I don't know. We got sports to do, but man does not live by sports alone. I mean, you got let's see, you got Pirate Queen, you got Wart the Wizard, Super Dead, Rocket Gal, and the Mole Men of Mars. You got merch. You got Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter. I tell you, is there anything this woman cannot do that kicks on success? I tell you, Wart the Wizard 1, big success. Wart the Wizard 2, future success. The Portal of Echoes. And of course, you got Super Dead and Pirate Queen, along with Rocket Gal and the Mole Men from Mars. And that's not enough. Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter, is, and I'm going to say it, the surprise hit. It has been backed by about, I'd say, over $50,000. I mean, Jack the Ripper is kicking butt. And yes, she has even went into dino erotica. That's right. Dinosaur erotica with hardcore pornosaur. And she's got another book. Yes, she does. She has another book which you can get via the Fun Thrills and Extravaganza, known as, of course, Amazon. I think it's called Captain Cockles. So there you go. Just a little something for everybody she has. Okay. So to Mandy Summers, Peter Gilmore, Wyatt Holliday, who's got a book coming out as well. It's right. And it is going to be, I mean, Stuntman Comics has become more the folks who do Comicsgate, I will tell you, are amazing. They are. They're truly amazing. I cannot wait to find out what's coming next. Eternal Armor from Wyatt Holliday. Magical. Magical, magical, magical. I mean, it is literally incredible. And I know we went over our allotment of time, which for us will be good because there's not much sports going on tonight. But anyway, I just thought I'd do a little something for Comicsgate. And I hope we get to see the idea that Mandy had, Vampire Hillbillies, become a reality. I would love that. And I hope Hollywood gets Jack the Ripper, Vampire Hunter. but they got to let Mandy, they got to let the woman that did it, they got to have Mandy Summers input in all. They cannot, if there's one thing Mandy should do, is simple. Tell Hollywood, hey, keep talking. It's my idea. And don't want to ruin it. You can make it, but gotta make it with my thoughts because it's my little baby and I cherish it. Anyway, so good luck, Mandy, on another good independent comic book. And oh man, I tell you, you are making DC and Marvel quake in their boots. Comicsgate is really now a thing. It is now a happening. It has gone international. And I'm proud to be a part of it. Anyway, we're done with that. Let's get on with the sports show here. I have wasted about 16 minutes, but hey, it's my show and I can do what I want to. I do what I want to. All right, let's rock and roll. It's the NBA scoreboard, and we got games still going on in progress, or a game in progress still going on. It's the Golden State Warriors ahead of the Memphis Grizzlies by 5 with 8 minutes 30 seconds left, or 8 minutes 22 seconds. And the score is the Warriors 86, Grizzlies 81. Let's take you now to the final scores, Fandango and the Washington Wizards. Wow. Have they found the magic in that old silk hat they wore? 122 to 111 over the Atlanta Hawks. And the Pistons, they're in their typical slump, yet to win a game. 76ers beat them 110 to 102. Embiid with 30 points, 18 rebounds, and 3 assists. New York Knicks, there's your surprise of the season thus far. The New York Knicks down the Chicago Bulls 104-103. Walker with 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists in the game. Utah Jazz, where I don't think they play Jazz in Utah. They beat the Houston Rockets 122 to 91. Bogdanovic with 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And finally, the Dallas Mavericks defeated the San Antonio Spurs, the place Charles Barkley has a winter home in, 104 to 99. Murray with 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 8 assists for the Spurs. Doncic, 25 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists for Dallas. And there you go. It's not easy being green. World Series travel day tonight. They will be in Atlanta, Georgia. And, I hope the people from Major League Baseball are there at the game, because I have a feeling the people of Atlanta who, they have strong Atlanta and Atlanta sports fans will truly give Major League Baseball what it so rightfully deserves. A big ass bleh. A big ass boo. Of Hale, how are you? We got some NHL for you. And as usual, we must play the traditional song or the traditional music. And since we can't play it officially, we'll have to use the kazoo, the musical instrument of love. Yep, the Hockey Night in Canada theme by Kazoo. Let's give you all the scores. We can. And we got some games that are still going on as we speak. 17 minutes, 30 seconds left in regulation time. It is the Buffalo Sabres, all for you folks down south, they Sabres, going after the not-so-mighty Anaheim Ducks. In fact, the Sabres lead 3-2. In the second intermission, they release the Kraken, and they're cracking the Wild up. Yes, the Kraken lead the Minnesota Wild 2-1 at the end of 2. 15:03 left to play in the third, and the Philadelphia Flyers are flying high against the Vancouver Canucks, or for you Three Stooges fans, the Knocks. By a score of 2-1. 4:44 or 4:44 in the second. It is Les Canadiens de Montreal 3, Les San Jose Sharks 0. And we got a minute and 11 seconds before the second intermission. The LA Kings are leading the Winnipeg Jets 2-1. Are there any finals to discuss? Yes, we got some finals. Kraken is off to a promising start to their first season. I agree with you, Dandelion Fluff. We'll, in fact, update the standings after this little ditty. The defending Stanley Cup champion, the Tampa Bay Lightning, have whipped a coyote in the woodshed. That's right. Tampa Bay defeated Arizona 5-1. Carolina Hurricanes beat the Boston Bruins 3-0. And the Calgary Flames defeated the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-0. Elvis really did leave the building after that game. And the Colorado Avalanche beat the St. Louis Blues. Are you sure that's the song? Okay, that's enough. That's a little St. Louis Blues for you. Blues lose to the Lanch 4-3, and that's your hockey scores. Well, at least for this moment. Why do I say that? Because it is time to extend ourselves. That's right, extending the sporty balls. It's become a little tradition here. That's right. We got some scores for you from the American and Ontario Hockey League. Lend us your ears, or lend us your butts if you prefer. And we only got one game in the AHL to report on, and that is the Texas Stars over the Rockford Ice Hogs. What is an ice hog anyway? Final score 4-1. Everything else will either be on Friday or Saturday night. And yes, we got to do it. We got to do it. Thursday night's our night, so we got to crag along here. And speaking of cragging, let's see if we got some goodies for you here tonight. Ooh, 4 games in the old pickpocket of the OHL. And here we go. Okay, it was hi there. You want to get back down there, please? Boom. Thank you. Is this 21st? No. We got the wrong thing, guys. No. Next one. Thursday. There we go. All right, Oshawa. All right, let's do this right. Oshawa over North Bay by a score of 3-2. Hamilton was embarrassed by the Peterborough Petes by a score of 4-3. We got Sudbury That's right. We got Sudbury. The Wolves. Well, they got it. They got it. They got it by Barry, 7-3. And Windsor, the Spitfires. Bing. Thank you. The Windsor Spitfires beat Guelph by a score of 6-3. Now, we usually would do this on Friday, but because Friday the Major League Baseball is in Atlanta for the World Series, oh, how lovely is that? I bet you the fans will welcome Major League Baseball with warm hearts. Yeah, they're gonna give Major League Baseball a warm welcome. I have a feeling. Boy. Okay, what are we? Wah, 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 wah. Oh yeah. Now I know what we were gonna do. Boo boo boop. Yep. To do what we normally do tonight, we go to the schedule, and we say to ourselves, "Hey, what's happening this Saturday?" Well, first we got to check Friday. And here are your matchups for Friday, the 7 p.m. games. Florida at Detroit, that'll be on ESPN and on that'll be on ESPN Plus and ESPN Plus on Hulu. Columbus at the New York Rangers, that'll be on MSG and Bally Sports Ohio. Arizona and Washington at 7 o'clock, TVA Sports, NBC Sports Washington, and Bally Sports Arizona. The Chicago Blackhawks take on Carolina at 7, Bally Sports South and NBC Sports Chicago with that game. Anaheim at Vegas will be done by AT&T Sportsnet Rocky Mountain and Bally Sports West. And Ottawa at Dallas will be done by Bally Sports Southwest Plus, TSN 5, and RDS 2. That's your Friday lineup. And now for the successful What's Happening on Date Night, which, as we all know, if it's Saturday night, it's hockey night in Canada. And here we go. The afternoon tilt, New York Islanders at Nashville, 1:30. You can catch that on the NHL Network. Sportsnet, Bally Sports South and MSG Plus. Montreal at Los Angeles, 4 Eastern. Bally Sports West, TSN 2. And the French Network, RDS. Now, for you Hockey Night in Canada lovers out there, and we all know who you are, especially you people in room 518 of the Radisson in downtown Lansing. We all know what you do on Saturday nights. And you don't have to be ashamed. It must be better than watching a hockey game. Anyway, here's the lineup for Hockey Night in Canada. Again, as always, because it's Rogers Media, check your local listings for the game in your area. For our friends in Canada, you know the drill. Here we go. Winnipeg at San Jose, 7 p.m., the NHL Network, Sportsnet 360, City, and NBC Sports California. Florida at Boston, 7 o'clock, TVA Sports, New England Sports Network, and Bally Sports Florida. Detroit at Toronto is the big 7 o'clocker on CBC and Bally Sports Detroit. New Jersey at Pittsburgh, also at 7 o'clock, ATT Sportsnet Pittsburgh and MSG Plus. Chicago at St. Louis, 8 o'clock on Bally Sports Midwest and NBC Sports Chicago. Minnesota at Colorado, 9 p.m. on Altitude, Bally Sports North Plus and Bally Sports Wisconsin Plus. And the second half of the CBC Double Dippy Poo will be 10 o'clock, and that'll be Edmonton at Vancouver, while the rest of the 10 o'clock looks like Philadelphia and Calgary. That'll be done on Sportsnet 360, Sportsnet 1, City, TVA Sports, and NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. And there you go right there. Friday and Saturday night already done. We got some news for you concerning the big old controversy, and we're going to give you that right now as we speak. Florida Panthers coach Joe Quenneville resigned on Thursday amid the Chicago Blackhawks sexual assault scandal. The 63-year-old coach met with NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman that afternoon to discuss his involvement in the case. A Blackhawk commissioned investigation found Quenneville and numerous other Chicago senior staffers ignored allegations of a coach a player during the team's 2010 Stanley Cup run. Multiple reports indicate Andrew Brunette will serve as Panthers team finds an outside replacement. I did not know you don't have cable or a TV. Oi, you lucky devil. Here's the statement. Quote, after the release of the Jenner and Block investigative report on Tuesday afternoon, we have continued to diligently review the info within that report. In addition to new information that has recently become available, the Panthers announced in a statement, it should go without saying that the conduct described in that report is troubling and inexcusable. It stands in direct contrast to our core values as an organization and what the Florida Panthers stand for. No one should ever have to endure what Kyle Beach experienced during and long after his time in Chicago. Quite simply, he was failed. We praise his bravery and courage in coming forward. Following a meeting today with Commissioner Bettman and NHL league offices, which was part of the league's process to decide on how to move forward, Joel made the decision to resign, and the Florida Panthers accept that resignation, end quote. Bettman said in a statement, quote, all parties, it was no longer appropriate that Quenneville continue to serve as Florida's head coach. The commissioner added the NHL won't pursue any further action against Quenneville at the moment, but he might face some if he attempts to get back into the league. Obviously, I don't think he will. Should he wish to re-enter the league in some capacity in the future, I will require a meeting with him in advance in order to determine the appropriate conditions under which such new employment might take place. Quenneville released a statement of his own after his resignation, announcing the move with deep regret and contrition. Quenneville chose, let's do it this way. Former Blackhawks center Kyle Beach accused video coach Brad Aldrich of sexual assault during the team's 2010 Western Conference Final Series against the San Jose Sharks. After learning of the allegations, Quenneville met with Senior Director of Hockey Administration Al McIsaac, President John McDonough, General Manager Stan Bowman, and Executive Vice President Jay Blunk, Assistant General Manager Kevin Cheveldayoff, and Team Counselor Jim Gary to discuss the incident and their path forward. Quenneville chose to ignore the incident, with Bowman later telling investigators he shook his head and said that it was hard for the team to get to where they were, the playoffs, and they could not deal with this issue now, end quote. The Blackhawks eventually won the first of 3 Stanley Cups under Quenneville that season. Aldrich, who resigned 3 weeks later, remained on the staff throughout the 2010 title run, earning a championship ring, a day with the Stanley Cup, and an invitation to the team's banner-raising ceremony the following season. And wow, it just gets from bad to worse. Quenneville has coached the Blackhawks, Panthers, St. Louis Blues, and Colorado Avalanche over his 25 years. The 63-year-old won 3 Stanley Cups over 11 years with the Blackhawks and earned the Jack Adams Award, the NHL's Coach of the Year award with St. Louis Blues in 99 and 2000. With 969 career wins, Quenneville trails only Scotty Bowman for most in the NHL history. Bowman is Stan Bowman's father and served as a senior advisor to hockey operations during the 2009-2010 season. Ooh. Let's Oh, I know what we should do. Check the standings. That's what we do. We check the standings, so you don't have to, folks. So let's do that right now. Let's check the standings and find some good in all this. Okay, in the Eastern Conference, Atlantic Division, wow. Florida on top with 14 points, a 7-0 record. Detroit is second with 9 points and a record of 4-2-1. 9 points as well. 4-1-1 is their record. Tampa Bay, the defending champs, with 9 points. Toronto 3-4-1, 7 points. Boston 3-3-0, 6 points. Ottawa 2-4-0, 4 points. And bringing up Leiria is Montreal 1-6-0 with 2 points. In the Metropolitan, it's Carolina 6-0 with 12 points. Washington 3 with 11 points. Rangers in third 4-2-1 with 9. Pittsburgh in fourth 3-2-2. That's 8 points. Columbus in fifth with a record of 4-2 and 0. They also have 8 points. Philadelphia is next with a record of 3-1-1 and 7 points. Islanders 3-2-1 and 7 points. And New Jersey 3-2-0 with 6 points. In the Western Conference Central Division, believe it or not, St. Louis and Minnesota are actually tied for the top spot with 5-1. That's right. 5 wins, 1 loss, no draws, and both have 10 points. I'm going to give me a little drink here, a little substance. Winnipeg is third with 7 points, as is Dallas, and both have a 3-2-1 record. Nashville and Colorado are the next two. They're also evened up with 3-4-0 records and 6 points. Chicago with still winless 0-5-2 with 2 points. And Arizona also winless with 0-6-1 and 1 point. In the Pacific, you're going to love this. Calgary still the top dog, 5-1-1 with 11. Edmonton is second, 5-1-0, 10 points. Third is San Jose with 8 and a 4-2-0 record. Fourth place is Vancouver with 7 points and a 3-3-1 record. Then with 6 points, it's Vegas with a 3-4-0 record. 5 points for Seattle. The Kraken have a 2-4-1 record, as does the Mighty Ducks with a 2-4-1 record and 5 points. LA bringing up the rear, 1-4-1 is their record, and 3 points is what they got. Folks, it's still early in the season, and what can we say but, wow, what a way to go. And folks, that is the big old hockey segment that we have for you. That's right, the big old hockey segment. Now, we got no baseball for you until tomorrow, so enjoy the subsequent silence there. Where do we go to now? Let's see. Let's go for more headlines. That's what we should do. All right. In the mixed martial arts, the legendary UFC ring announcer Bruce Buffer. Wow. The man is a legend. There will be an audible vocal void at UFC 267 in Abu Dhabi on Saturday night, as a longtime UFC Octagon announcer Bruce Buffer, the bro of that other guy whose name is Michael Buffer. Oh, good night, Dandelion Fluff. Sweet dreams. I know I'll have mine. Hey. That's right, Bruce Buffer, his brother, of course. He is the bro of announcers. And in the MMA, Bruce Buffer is the man and do it to it. But on Thursday, UFC President Dana White revealed that Buffer is ill. And for the first time in nearly a quarter century, he will not be traveling to this weekend's UFC pay-per-view event in Abu Dhabi. He is ill with COVID-19. Dream of sporty balls. Yeah, if all the ladies dreamt of sporty balls, I would be a happy person. Yes, the sporty balls work on this show. Anyone want to rub them? Anyway. That'd be a good song. If you want to get lucky, ladies, just rub my sporty balls. Then stand back and watch their magic work. Anyway, let's do this here. Dana White said of Buffer, according to a report by Damon Martin of MMAfighting.com, he didn't want to make this trip. He's home relaxing, recovering from COVID. Now, filling in for Buffer on the UFC 267 broadcast team will be Joe Martinez, who usually serves as a ring announcer when Buffer is unable to attend an event. Buffer's absence ends a streak of 25 years consecutively announcing UFC-numbered pay-per-view events. He has not missed a single pay-per-view card since '96, though there was some confusion as to whether his streak started UFC 11 or UFC 13. Wrote Buffer per Ariel Helwani, UFC 8 I did prelims, UFC 10 full show, and then UFC 13 on nonstop. COVID does affect memory, I guess. Ha ha ha. The 64-year-old Buffer has become one of the most iconic voices in all of mixed martial arts, almost as famous as his brother Michael. While also working in other capacities, including boxing matches, video game voiceovers, and an appearance on ESPN's Monday Night Football. Wow. This guy's done it all, hasn't he, folks? Okay. Speaking of football, well, it was fun while it lasted, but the Green Bay Packers have handed the Arizona Cardinals their first loss in a wacky finish. Final score was 24-21. We'll give you the full result tomorrow here on Yo Sporty Balls Sports Final. In other headed lines, well, the former head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, John Gruden, he signed a monstrous 10-year deal that was scheduled to pay him nearly $100 million. Nation October 11th. One of the key things that had to be figured out between Gruden and the Raiders was how much money he was going to walk away with. Apparently, the two sides have finally hammered out a deal at the NFL owners meeting in New York on Wednesday. Raiders owner Mark Davis confirmed that he has reached a settlement with the team's former coach, according to The Athletic. Now, the details of the settlement are not known. The team still owed Gruden nearly $40 million in guaranteed money at the time of his resignation. Now, due to the way his tenure ended with the Raiders, there's a good chance Gruden didn't walk away with the full Monty. But you can also assume that he didn't walk away with empty pockets. The former Raiders coach resigned from his job after multiple emails leaked earlier this month that showed him using misogynistic, homophobic, and racist language during conversations with former Washington football team president Bruce Allen. During his talk with the media on Wednesday, Davis made sure to note he wasn't happy with the NFL about how the situation played out. If the NFL had access to the emails in the summer, Davis wants to know why he didn't get to them then. If all that happened, Raiders could have parted ways with Gruden during the offseason, which would have given a new coach some time to get acclimated to the team. Instead, Gruden resigned 5 weeks into the season, which means the Raiders will have to play the rest of the year with an interim coach. Davis was so upset with how the email situation was handled that he actually called on the NFL to release a written report of the entire Washington football team investigation. As for Gruden's situation, Davis was asked why he let him coach in Week 5 against the Bears, even though some of the emails had been leaked out in the days following the game, and his answer was, quote, "We found out about Thursday before the Bears game from the Wall Street Journal," Davis said. "We didn't hear about it from the league, and the Wall Street Journal wouldn't give us the email at that time, so we didn't really have it. It was a rumor to us. We then spoke with the league, and they said they had that and other emails. We didn't see those until Friday. Well, the public still hasn't seen them." And after getting the emails on Friday, Davis didn't want to dump Gruden without looking into things first. Less than 24 hours after the Raiders' 20-9 loss to Chicago, Gruden had resigned his position. So I think his coaching career is going to be over for a while. As a broadcasting career will probably be over as well. But as I say, stay tuned. Okay, and more news. Patriots Bill Belichick back in the news, but this time for something rather good. If you remember the coaching staff under Bill Belichick, your hard work won't go unnoticed. And while that should be a general theme, no matter who you're employed by in the NFL or outside of it, it appears Belichick takes it a few steps further for New England Patriot assistant coaches. The 69-year-old reportedly rewards his hardest working coaches with wads of cash as bonuses, according to a book on the Patriots organization by Seth Wickersham per Yahoo Sports. It's called, quote, "It's Better to Be Feared," end quote. The wads of cash are known around the organization as, quote, "green balls," end quote. But they're not as popular as our to you that. And they can be sometimes worth thousands of dollars, but Belichick doesn't stop there with those green balls, mostly being an in-season incentive. He raises stakes in the offseason where he writes a personal check to staffers who have overperformed, sometimes up to six figures, from his own bank account. Jesus criminy. This guy must be loaded. So if you're wondering why Belichick is the third winningest head coach in the NFL history, having some guy named Tom Brady at quarterback certainly helped in a big way, but few things motivate like cash in hand, and assistant coaches who impress Belichick often find themselves being cared for well, at least in that regard. There is the other side of the coin, however, and this situation doesn't escape that truth, seeing as there are a lot of extremely long hours coaches have to work, and the culture under Belichick can be described as ice cold with little socialization, described as quiet and lifeless, to ensure maximum focus on film study and constant course correction. And it seems cash bonuses might be a way to balance out the fact that some of the assistant coaches were being underpaid on purpose, which led to the coining of the PhD's acronym in New England: poor, hungry, and driven. And 2020, the latter being reserved for assistants who work 20 hours a day for only $20,000 annually. But once you got a foot in the door with Belichick, and if you impressed, you found yourself mostly set going forward, and that includes the opportunity to elevate as the latest sought-after name from his coaching tree. In order to get to that point, though, you have to withstand all that comes with gaining entry into his favor. Tasks sometimes made a bit more palatable when a wad of cash or a sizable personal check is thrown your way. Man, talk about throwing money away. Wow. And I do mean wow. Well, we had to hear from the folks at PETA the people for the ethical treatment of animals. Well, as a microcosm of our national condition, especially when cancel culture, this year's World Series between the Houston Astros and the Atlanta Braves has been morphed into a referendum on right and wrong on multiple fronts. The Astros' very place in the World Series, for one, has been a point of contention after their 2017 championship was tainted by a cheating scandal. Ooh, scandal. Uh, the Braves hardly escaped scrutiny either, as their World Series trip has spawned yet another controversy over Native American chants and imagery in popular culture. Well, not to be excluded from all that, the fun folks at the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals have a statement on this year's World Series urging Major League Baseball to change the name of the bullpen or pitchers warm up to the Arm Barn. PETA claims Arm Barn is a more animal-friendly term. Words matter, and baseball bullpens devalue talented players and mock the misery of sensitive animals. Read a statement by a PETA Executive Vice President Trace Ryman. PETA encourages Major League Baseball coaches and announcers, players, and fans to change up their language and embrace the Arm Barn instead. Unquote. Now, PETA, which has been known to insert itself into the sports industry through its calls for programs to retire live animal mascots, has already interjected the going-ons in Major League Baseball this season. Earlier this year, the organization called for a vegan hot dog to be added to the lineup of hot dog suits or sweets during mid-game races at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Okay. Boy, no offense, but to the men and women of PETA, y'all need a life. That's right, I said it, and I meant it. It's time for people to get a life. Right, yeah. All right. Let's see. Wow. Um, oh, God, pardonnez-moi. Oh, yeah. Nick Recada's got a show coming up, Lost Bleeding the Interwebs. It's about 30. He's about 31 minutes into his little broadcast. It's on the Recaida Law channel here on YouTube. If you are so inclined as to go forth and view some madness, please do so. And we are about 13 minutes away from wrapping this puppy up. So let's get you with the scores and all that from today's little marionette of soccer. In the international friendlies, Ecuador beat Mexico 3-2. Spanish La Liga, Real Sociedad defeated Celta Vigo 2-0. Granada and Getafe played to a 1-1 tie. Levante and Atletico Madrid played to a 2-2 tie. Italia Series A, Napoli over Bologna 3-0. Brazil Series A, Red Bull Bragantino delivered the Sport to Sport 3-0. In Norway, it was Viking 2, Brann 0. Sharpsborg over Valerenga 2-1. In Swedish Soccer was Elfsborg 2, Degerfors 1. Halmstad and Orebro tied at 1. Göteborg and Djurgårdens 3-0. Norrköping and Mjällby ended up in a 2-2 tie. In Major League Soccer, Real Salt Lake over Dallas 2-1. Sporting Kansas City over LA Galaxy 2-0. Portland Timbers over the San Jose Earthquakes 2-0. And the Vancouver Whitecaps beat the Minnesota United 2-1. Yes. We just did our media bite, so there you go. If there's more to the media, we will let you all know. But right now, we are technically almost done, correct? We are at that hours, but we are going to continue as we take you down the international road of sports. Let's see. Thank you very much. Okay, in EuroLeague basketball, Bayern over Alba Berlin 82-69. Olympiacos over Fenerbahce 6-7-65. Maccabi Tel Aviv over Barcelona 85-68. And Olympia Milano over CZM Cerevna Zvezda Mountains 79-62. All right, let's get to Swedish Soccer. Brynäs beat Linköping 4-1. Frölunda over Djurgårdens 5-2. Luleå over Farstad 2-1. Leksand over Oxfam by a score of 4-1. Rogel over Skellefteå 5-2. Orebro and Timrå skated to 4-3 climaxed finish with a little safety net. Are we almost indecisive, folks? Are we? Yeah, I think we are a bit. Yeah. Let's put that there. And we will complete the cycle, ladies and gentlemen. We will complete the cycle. Okay, let's give you a couple of updates. Third period just underway. Seattle Kraken leads 3-1 over the Minnesota Wild. Winnipeg, with 10 minutes left in the third, they lead Los Angeles Kings 3-2. And with 6 minutes left in regulation, it's Montreal 3, San Jose 0. In Japanese baseball, the Hiroshima Carp over the Yokohama Bay Stars 7-0. Osera will get the win. He is 10-5. Cryo Mama. That's right, Cryo Mama. And tell her that her daddy has taken the T-bird away. Okay, Cryo Mama. Okay, Hiroshima Carp 7, Yokohama Bay Stars 0. Osera the winner, 10-5. Kyowa Mama, the loser, 2-7. In South Korea, the Korean Baseball Organization, KT Wiswang and the NC Dinos tied at 1. That's how they finished. Hanwha Eagles, the LJ Twins, also tied at 1, and that's how they would finish. KT Wiswan over the NC Dinos, 5-2. Kia Tigers over the Lottie Giants, 5-3. And the SSG Landers over the Doosan Bears, 4-3. And my friends, that is it for us. Thank you all very much for coming by, dropping in, and sitting a spell with us. We hope you're back tomorrow, as we will be back tomorrow, as our weekend will be a wild one. What with the Spartans and Wolverines, their rivalry continues, as does the most fun that both of them are going to have, because for one of them, this game could have a distinguishable rise for one of the undefeated teams. They could even break into the top 4 of the college football playoff rankings. We'll find out all of that and more on Saturday. And of course, Saturday night, little extended edition. We will extend for 5 minutes and cover what we can. It's sports, it's fun, it's us here on Sports Final, the home of the world's biggest sporty balls. Oh, man, the fun we're going to have tomorrow. I will tell you that, and I do and will have my prediction for Saturday's rivalry big event of a game, which will be done on Fox with Gus Johnson. So, folks, that's going to wrap things up for us. We're about ready to put this whole thing down and hit the sheets. So for now, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley. For everybody who's a part of this here show called Sports Final, thank you all very much. And once again, telling you that this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in vibrant association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. We will see you all tomorrow, hopefully following the World Series. Till then, have a great night and a good morning. So long for now.